Charlie Kirk's photographer at the UVU event on September 10th. Now in this video, I'm not going to be talking about the horrific things that I saw. And this video isn't for views or anything like that. I'm not going to be even showing the photos that I took at the event. But what I do want to talk about is something that isn't being talked about a ton. Because as horrific as that day was, God is doing something so much bigger with it. So about 5 minutes before the incident happened, and as Charlie was wrapping up with the first individual who was asking questions, Charlie was talking about theology. And this is what he said. That at the end of the day, Jesus Christ loved us enough to die on the cross for us. He rose up from the grave 3 days later, and at the end of the day, Jesus Christ is King. Historically speaking, I don't know how many people have been able to proclaim the gospel just minutes before they leave this world. But Charlie did. Just thinking about that in particular, I've just been left with this question. Now what? What do I do? What do we do as a nation with this? Because this horrific incident can easily make this divided country even more divided. And being there and seeing all of these things in person, I can honestly tell you that this is not a left versus right issue. This is not a Republican versus Democrat issue. This is not a conservative versus liberal issue. It is so much deeper than that. This issue is on a heart level issue. And in my experience and my true belief is that when it comes to the heart, when it comes to our sinful nature, only God is the answer to that. I believe, and I know Charlie believed this, that we are all created in the image of God. Therefore, we have intrinsic value, and you are worthy. And I believe maybe a good starting point for this nation to start coming together is this. What if we're able to view each other as human beings? Even if you don't believe in Jesus, we should be able to look at one another and say, hey, you matter. I see you. Because there's a lot of people in this world, because life is hard, but there's a lot of people in this world that are struggling. We don't know each other's story. But what we can do is be intentional with each other and say, hey, I see you and I love you where you're at, because while we were still sinners, Christ loved us. And we should be able to do the same for each other. So I invite this question to everybody. The person watching this right now across the screen, what are we going to do about this? Even though we may not agree on everything and we have different cultural backgrounds and different beliefs, at the end of the day, you and I are still human beings. You matter. I matter. You are worthy of love. I am worthy of love. And we should be able to have conversations, which Charlie tried to display all the time, that we should be able to have loving conversations. And even at the end of the day, if we don't agree on anything, that we can still treat each other with love and respect. I know Charlie's heart was not only to make America a better place. I believe he wanted to make the world a better place. But I do know without a doubt, after seeing him talk in person, that his heart is for Jesus. He wants everybody to know who Jesus is. He wants everybody to have a relationship with Jesus, and so do I. But I just want you guys to know that you are loved. You are seen. And because of what Jesus did on the cross, you matter. I'll end the video with this. One of the last photos I took of Charlie, which I'm not going to show, he is smiling and he has this huge grin on his face, and it's like, if you saw the photo, you'd be like, yeah, this is exactly what Charlie was made to do. God meant for him to be doing this. When I first saw the photo, I just imagined Charlie having the same exact grin and smile, looking at Jesus for the very first time, and Jesus going up to him and saying, my child, well done, my good and faithful servant. You finished the race, and you finished it strong. In life, we're all running a race. And I believe that we're supposed to do it with relationship with God, but also with each other. We're meant to have relationships, and relationships are messy, relationships are hard. But at the end of the day, you matter. You are